Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of I Need That to Prep. My name is Lisa Vargas and I want to talk today very briefly, because there's not much to talk about emergency drinking water. This is one of the first things that when I first started prepping, I saw this because if you'll notice on my blog, I have a lot of stuff about water because obviously food and water is really, really important if you want to live, right, past 3 days. I saw these things and I was like, what the heck? I didn't get these, but I got it, but I was kind of thinking maybe what you're thinking, why don't I just put a water bottle, plastic water bottle like we're all used to, in my bug out bag or whatever, in my emergency supplies, or my 72-hour kit, whatever that is, instead of these things, right? Now, if I don't know how well you can see these, but Mayday, I've got one from Mayday and I've got one from Daytrex. Daytrex is very well known in the community. They're big into sea, like out in the water, the ocean, the sea, right? Coast Guards use these guys. I mean, these are great brand. They've got this emergency drinking water, and all it is, you guys, you're gonna see it has a manufacturing date. This one is September 2016. It actually has an expiration date on it, and that's what I wanted to talk about. This has an expiration date on it of September 2021. So if you do the math, right, that is 5 years, what they're saying, 5 years on this. 5 to 6 years, I'll say. There's always a lot of questions asked about the expiration dates of water, or does water expire? I have tons of articles I've written about that, and so I've posted a bunch of related articles on survival on water below, and there's one I wrote a while ago, like answering the 10 biggest questions on water, and I think one of them was the expiration days of water and how you know if it's good or bad and all that stuff. So make sure you read that. But these type of things that are pre-packaged like this, yeah, I mean, it has an expiration date on it, but you know, who knows? It's probably good after that. I mean, I don't know what they treat this with, or if it's treated, or what the how all that works, but I would assume these things are good, and the reason these are made the way they're made is because obviously they're flexible compared to, I mean, you've got to think about these as opposed to a water bottle. That's really what these guys are up against, okay? And I don't know who invented these or who first thought of this idea, but I could see how throwing these into an emergency survival kit, a 72-hour kit, a 24-hour kit, is better in terms of these are much lighter weight. I mean, there's hardly any weight to them. Not that there's a lot of weight to a water bottle, but it's lighter. When you're talking about packing bug out bags and emergency survival kits and things like that, everything is about weight and how much, you know, how little weight you can pack, because you never know what situation you're going to be in. Are you going to be having to, you know, hoof it out on the street? Are you going to have to, you know, you're throwing your bug out bag in a car, in a vehicle? I mean, you really don't know. Are you gonna have to hike 5 miles? Do you live in the mountains and, you know, you have a big pack? I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, but these are specifically designed, obviously, to make it easier. They're, you know, they're thin. They don't weigh a lot. I don't know. I mean, I have these just because I ran across them at a military surplus store that I have in town here. They were not that cheap. I mean, they were 99 cents, $1 for one of these. And just so you know, each one of these are about 4.25 fluid ounces. So, I mean, considering a water bottle is what, 12 ounces, those standard ones that we have, right? So not a very good deal for your money, but you can get these if you want, if you like the packaging. I think it's all a personal preference. This would be kind of cool, I guess, too, like if you're fishing. Like, I always think of fishing because I'm a fisherman, so I always think of fishing a lot too. These would be cool to put in a creel, maybe, or make things less bulky. But anyways, I just wanted to introduce you to these if you've ever seen them. I didn't see these. I had never seen these until I started studying more about the emergency survival kits, because you'll notice a lot of the emergency survival kits have these in them, as opposed to a water bottle. Now, I don't know if that's because Daytrax and Mayday and all those guys who make survival kits want their branding or their packaging on them, and they didn't want to do it on plastic water bottles. Who knows? But the reality of the situation is these are kind of nice. They're a lot easier to just kind of stuff somewhere as opposed to a water bottle, I guess. So it's again, it's personal preference, I think. But anyways, I just want to introduce these to you. Survival water packs, drinking emergency drinking water, they say. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.